promise you we're going to have a U.S. Open tennis preview here in just a second. But until then, let's make some money. Good evening, everybody. Last minute betting, Sports Nuts, your quick fix for sports betting. Brought to you by OddsJam, the premier odds comparison company. And I think I'm going to ask Mike. Mike, these people want the fantasy optimizer for 2 months for free. How do you do that?
Yeah, it's simple. Just email me, Mike at oddsjam.com, or Bob at oddsjam.com, and we could run you through a simple process you could potentially do to get 2 months for free. We'll see if we can get it done for you. We got the hookup, so let us know if you want to give this a shot, and we'll see if we can make something happen for you.
Okay, there you go. There you go. And don't forget about shop.oddsjam.com for the best sports betting merchandise around. Shop.oddsjam.com, the OddsJam Partner Program. Link is below. Join it. You can make 50% revenue share here, folks. And you know what? Our special guest has showed up. There he is. Dre, what's up? How you doing, man?
Hey, guys. How you doing? Good to be back on the show.
Of course. Good to have you, man. We got chat. We got Randall in the building saying, let's go. What up, Randall? Steven, I just had a call with you today.
Oh, cool.
Great chatting with you today, and money to be made. So continue to evaluate what you're doing, Steven, and grind it out. And plenty of opportunities to come with NFL, NBA, NHL starting up. So going to be good. Bobby V, what's up with you? What's up, Bobby? What's up, Tristan?
All
yes,
right.
Bobby Gents from Bobby.
All right, so Andre is here tonight. Andre Singer with his U.S. Open preview, okay? He has sent me a couple of bet slips. But something I want to show you, Dre, before we get into it, is I want to show you where we're at with OddsJam and tennis odds and future odds. I just want to show you this. I was pretty excited to see where we're at and how far we have come since the last time you were on the show. Here are the men's odds right now. As you can see, Djokovic, obviously, number one. What do you think about being able to now shop these odds the way you're able to shop them, Dre?
Yeah, this is great. I mean, OddsJam is the premium tool for shopping odds, and you know, you can see there that you know there's some books that are offering better value than others. So you know, for any sports bettor, it's really, really important to line shop, and that's why OddsJam is the best in the business. So yeah, this is great to see.
Okay, now something else I came across here, and I'm just going to go right here, U.S. Open men, and then we'll go to women. This is actually, now these are live games. You got to have the platinum plan to actually see these live, but we actually are able to see the odds, and we can actually click on a match, which we're going to do here. I want people to be able to see how this works. So now we have a money line, okay? We have a total games, and then we have a spread, which that spread is also games. Correct, Ray?
Yeah, that's game spread. And then additionally, if you go to the top of the page, there's a drop down with even more markets. So like to win first set. So yeah, it's great. There's a lot of alternate markets there. So
beautiful. And also up here, you can go down and you can navigate to any other match. Okay. Pretty cool stuff. I wanted people to be able to see that because I think it's very cool. I'm actually going to go back here and let's go. I want to look at, let's go back to futures here because I'd like to take a look at the women, and let's see here. Here we go. All right. Swiatek, obviously, number one. Sabalenka, number two. Coco is number three. Interesting. Do you see a dominant player on the women's side?
Well, I mean, you'll see when I give my breakdown. I have two. I went a little light for this tournament, but I did two parlays, and one of them is I picked the winner for the men's side and the women's side. So
Okay.
I'll get into more of it later when you pull it up. But my pick for the women's side is Ange Jabeur.
Right. Who is it plus 1,800 on DraftKings right now?
Yes.
Do you think that the women's side is more competitive than the men's side?
Absolutely. I mean, if we're being real, the men's side is going to be either Djokovic or Alcaraz. I don't really see any other guy contending except maybe Daniil Medvedev, former champion. He won in 2021.
Right.
But I mean, the women's side, like I said, I picked someone in Ange Jabeur who is, it has a little bit of longer odds. So I definitely think it's more wide open than the men's side.
Mike, you got any questions for Dre here? You want to jump in?
No, I'm rolling with what Dre's going with, Bob.
All right. Let me get to
I
a
will
couple.
get to this comment here. I'll give him a response. Justin, thanks for jumping in as always. Thoughts on the A's Mariners over 7.5 runs? Would have to say we would roll with it. We're probably going to rely on Seattle to carry that over heavily with Kirby on the mound for Seattle. We know that he pounds the strike zone. I think he'll get plenty of guys struck out tonight. George Kirby's a fantastic pitcher. So we're going to rely on the Seattle offense that's heating up, including Julio Rodriguez, who is starting to heat up. You look over the course of their last several games, they're getting close to, 6-7 runs themselves, and in some cases more in these games. So I would lean towards the over there.
And they took over first place in the AL West.
They did. Yes. Yeah. Seattle's starting to surge now. We talked about that, them being a team that potentially could, who wasn't in the playoff picture at the time, that could get in. Seattle turning it around big time. Julio Rodriguez, you see the rise in his batting average. It's just continuing to go up. Look out.
Right now, Toronto is the team on the outside in the wild card. I love what Tristan says here, and I'm with him on this. Betting on total games, I love it when a positive EV play comes up, Dre.
Oh, yeah.
And it's over, 21 and a half games or 22 and a half games, That is, Tristan's right. That is a lot of fun to bet. And if you know that you've got a competitive match that'll go 3 sets on the women's side and 5 on the men's side, you're probably going to hit that over, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Okay. We're going to get to your bet slips. He emailed these to me, and do you want to do the winners first, or do you want to do the quarterfinals?
Let's do the quarterfinals one first, and then I'll do the winners after.
Okay. So here's what he's got. Go for it, bud.
All right. So my first parlay that I did here, just 2 legs. I picked 2 women to reach the quarterfinals or better. So my first pick, I went with Coco Gauff. I'm not ready yet to bet Gauff to win her first major, as she's still just 19 years old. However, I am confident in taking her to reach the quarterfinals. She reached the quarterfinals of the U.S. Open last year in 2022, and she's reached the quarterfinals in or better in 5 of the 10 WTA 1000 level tournaments in 2023, including winning Cincinnati just 2 weeks ago. If you don't know, the 1000 level tournaments are the biggest tournaments outside of the majors on the calendar.
Okay.
So she's definitely been hot this year, but I think the best value right now is to take her to reach the quarterfinals.
Okay.
So and then
Vondrousova, Marketa.
So Vondrousova, she just won Wimbledon 6 weeks ago, but I'm also not picking her to win here because I feel that she caught lightning in a bottle to win Wimbledon. The big story being that she was unseeded. She was the first woman to win Wimbledon as an unseeded player. She did, however, back up her win at Wimbledon by reaching the quarterfinals at the 1000 event in Cincinnati 2 weeks ago. So her win at Wimbledon and her quarterfinal appearance at Cincinnati gave me the confidence to bet her to reach the quarterfinals here in New York.
Okay.
But to put together another perfect run to win a second major in a row seems unlikely to me. So I put a unit and a half on this. My unit size is $25, so $37.50 is a unit and a half for me. So
beautiful. God, I love it, man. Dre is great at tennis. And by the way, when we're on morning coffee and he pops up in the chat, if there's a positive EV play, we always defer to him, and it usually does quite well. All right, let's look at your winner picks here. This men's and women's parlay here. You already talked about Jabeur.
Yeah, so I'm going with the chalk here on the men's side, and I'm taking Novak Djokovic. When I came on the show back in January for my Australian Open preview, I chose not to bet on him because, there was no value. He was, around plus 125, and he went on to win the tournament. So I thought this time around, okay, it's going to be either him or Alcaraz. They both have short odds. Why don't I parlay it with the women's winner to, get a good slip here? So picking Novak Djokovic, I think this could be one of the last majors where Djokovic is going to be the favorite to win in his entire career. Recently, Carlos Alcaraz has been basically a co-favorite with Djokovic at every major except the French Open. And at 20 years old, he's only going to continue to improve.
Right.
Additionally, I just mentioned the French Open. Rafael Nadal is returning from injury next season, and I expect him to be the favorite at the French Open in 2024 to win a record 15th title there, which another subject, but that's just insane.
Right. Yeah, that's insane.
As added motivation, Djokovic currently has the lead for the most major titles at 23, but just one ahead of his rival Nadal. And this is an opportunity to add to that total before Nadal returns from injury. So overall, Djokovic is arguably the greatest competitor to ever step on a tennis court. And knowing his desire to extend his record of most major titles, I think he gets it done this year. So, and additionally, I don't know if you guys caught this, but I was talking about the 1000 event in Cincinnati with the women. So they also played on the men's side.
Right.
And he had an epic match against Carlos Alcaraz in the final. I don't know if you guys caught the highlights, but it was match of the year candidate, just ridiculous stuff from both guys. And Djokovic was able to pull it out, and, much to the disappointment of Alcaraz. So I think that's also a big factor, coming into this tournament for Djokovic.
Right. Now, I'm just going to tell you this, okay? And Mike hates it when I go old school, but, there used to be a time when men's tennis was very dominating, and women's tennis too. When you had Navratilova and Everett, when you had Borg and McEnroe and Connors and all these guys, and they were pretty heated matches too. Now, I must admit, the Federer, he's one of the greatest. I don't know if I may consider him the greatest tennis player ever. In my opinion, he has got to be. I mean,
arguably, you could make a case. Definitely.
Yeah, as much as it pains me to say it, I think, in terms of accolades, I think Djokovic is the GOAT. Pains me to say it because I'm a Nadal fan, but, all three guys, Djokovic, Federer, and Nadal, three GOATs in one generation. It's just unbelievable. And, you could each guy has an argument, really.
Right.
Yeah.
But don't 100%. You think that the women's side is lacking that type of fierce competitiveness or not?
Yeah, obviously, the big women were the Williams sisters.
Right.
Serena retired last year. Venus is still playing incredibly. She's in her early 40s now. Just goes to show how much she loves the sport.
Right.
But Serena dominated tennis for much of the last 15, 20 years. She's definitely up there in the GOAT conversation with women like Steffi Graf and Martina and Chrissy. And, but yeah, it's been really wide open now. There's, this year there's been 3 different winners for the majors. Australian Open, Arina Sabalenka won. Iga won the French Open, and then Marketa Vondrousova won Wimbledon. So, whereas on the men's side, Djokovic won the Australian Open and the French, and Alcaraz won Wimbledon. So, it's
right.
two guys versus three. So,
right. Yeah. Absolutely. All right. So guess what? Since you're on here, guess what you get to do?
Parlay.
You get to help us pick a parlay that hopefully it's going to win. There you go, Mike.
Yeah, no, I didn't figure as much, to be honest with you. And we'll just have to see what happens. Chargers need to stay healthy on defense, especially, and maybe they can make some noise. I think they're definitely a playoff caliber team. I'm not willing to put them right in the playoffs yet, just because history tells us the Chargers are going to likely make it somewhat interesting in some way, shape, or form. Whether that's have a tremendous year and then choke in the first round in the playoffs, or whether that's just kind of inch your way into the playoffs like last year and then blow it in the way they did. I mean, it just, who knows?
Yeah, it's the
been
Los
disappointing.
Angeles.
Hey Bob, before we go into the parlay, I didn't give my breakdown for Jabeur yet. Do we have time for that, or?
Oh yeah, absolutely, go for it.
Yes. All right. So the second leg in the winner parlay, I took on Jabeur. I got her at 22-1. She's reached the final in each of the last three summer majors, that being Wimbledon 2022, 2022 U.S. Open, and Wimbledon 2023 just 6 weeks ago. Unfortunately, in each of those three finals, she's had a subpar performance and lost. However, one of the main reasons I'm taking Jabeur is for the value. She's the defending finalist at this year's U.S. Open, but has the seventh longest odds to win her. She had the seventh longest odds when I took her. Women like Jessica Pegula have shorter odds than her to win, and she's never reached a major final, let alone three. So, Jabeur has put herself in positions to win majors before, and I think that experience is finally going to get her across the finish line and help her win her first major title here in New York.
And by the way, she's plus 1,800.
So her odds have already come down a little bit. I got her at 22-1. So
yeah, but still a plus 1,800 if you bet that. By the way, are you betting these plays? Are you betting these outright separately?
No, I did not. I just took the I just parlayed Djokovic and Jabeur. I didn't take them as straight picks.
Okay. All right.
I mean, it doesn't. It would make sense to take Jabeur as a straight pick, but not Djokovic.
Right. Okay. All right. Very good. Now, let's get a parlay together here that'll win. All right. Dre, you are the guest of honor here today. So you know what? I think I'm going to let you go first because I've been going first and I suck. So there you go. What sport are we going with?
So I definitely want to pick something in tennis. I'm going through my my positive EV plays for the day to see if there's anything for I don't know if I should go first, honestly, because I'm looking through my page right now to see my plays for the day. Sorry.
I'll go first.
There you go, Mike. You go first.
Yeah, jump over to the Cardinals Padres game here. And let's just make this really interesting. Let's go with the Cardinals on the money line tonight. Here's the deal.
What?
No, hold on. Here's the deal. All
right.
This Zach Thompson kid, the one thing he has shown is that he can come in and strike guys out pretty good. So I think that he can limit this Padres lineup tonight. I think that he can go deep enough in this game. And I also think that when you look at the Cardinals, they got to win at some point, and the Padres aren't exactly a great team themselves. You got Lugo on the mound for the Padres. I mean, at St. Louis, they got to win at some point. Let's take them on the money line tonight. I really like them to win.
Those of you who know me know that I'm a Cardinal fan. I'm shocked that he's taken Zach Thompson, who honestly has not pitched well this year at all. He had a really good start last time.
His last start was really good, and he went deep. Yeah, so we have to take that into consideration. We got to go, what have you done for me lately?
he started throwing a slider that I have no idea why he wasn't throwing it all along. This other problem, you say he can come in and strike out people. He can come in and walk.
Look, the Cardinals have lost 4 in a row. They're due to win. The Padres have lost 3 of their last 4. I mean, they won that first game against St. Louis last night, but they ain't like they've been tearing it up. Let's take that freaking plus odds banger.
Okay. All right. You got it, man. You got it. All right. I am going somewhere different. I'm going to go to the Blue Jays and the Nationals, and I'm going to take the Blue Jays on the run line. Minus 1.5. Oh yeah, you know what? You can get crazy. I can get crazy too. Here's where we're at, folks. We're already at plus 396. So now, Dre, you can pick your pick.
All right, I got my pick. All right, so this was a positive EV play I took earlier today. So at the top, go ahead and search Robin Montgomery for me.
Okay. Monty. All right.
Yep, versus Eva Liz. Yep, there you go. And we are going to take under 21.5 total games.
Oh, I love these bets. I just love them. Oh, come on. You gotta help me here, folks. Let's go this route. I think that's where we'll find it.
Did it start yet? Did the match didn't? Sometimes that'll happen if the match started. Let's see.
Maybe it has.
Maybe it has. All right, I got an audible here. Okay. Now, so it has to be a pick for tonight, right? It can't be tomorrow.
Right.
Okay. All right. Then I think I'm just going to audible to a baseball play then. Unfortunately. Let's see. What's a play that I like today? Let's take the yes run first inning in the Guardians Twins game.
Ooh, he's a Yerfie, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
We're usually used to Nerfies, but you're a Yerfie guy. Hang on, no runs first. That's actually not what I want. First inning. Hang on, where's it at, Mike? First inning run line. No.
First inning total runs, right?
Total runs, right there at the top.
There it is. I'm sorry.
You pop. There you go.
I usually pop down, and we're doing a Yerfie here.
Taking the Yerfie, yes.
We just made a 3-leg parlay with all plus odds picks, plus 913 at Bet Rivers, folks. I'm telling you right now, if this comes through, we're giving away $50, Mike. Cardinals money line, Blue Jays on the run line minus 1.5, and the Guardians and Twins with a year fee. I love it. So I'm going to put that together, and Mike and Dre can talk positive EV and what's going on. But thank you, Dre, for the other play. Mike,
you're welcome.
Mike from left field with the Cardinals.
Yes, sir.
Bobby D, yeah. Bobby's a Cardinal fan, Mike.
Well, I think they got it tonight. So I think we're all Cardinal fans tonight, at least. Let me turn my recommended filters on first, see what's popping off. We got some big plus odds plays right now. I mean, we look at the A's on the first half run line plus 0.5. Now, again, a little worrisome there with Kirby on the mound. So I think I'm gonna skip that one. Now, I got to be honest with you. This one could be worth sprinkling on first half money line. It's Kelly and Kershaw on the mound. Anything could happen. Dodgers seem to be, getting their business done later than usual, or later as always, I should say. So let's hope that not a lot happening through the first 5 innings, and the Diamondbacks have a lead, and the Dodgers will probably do their usual 6th, 7th, 8th inning scoring.
I'm a Diamondbacks fan, so I like that pick.
I do. I like it. I mean, the pitching matchup is kind of a wash in a sense. And again, the Dodgers, just like last night, I mean, Diamondbacks had a lead kind of late in that game. And Dodgers just take over like always, including scoring in the 6th and 7th inning. 4 runs. They had 7 runs last night. 4 of them were in the 6th and 7th inning. So we know that the Dodgers do some late scoring. There's also a play on Fliff over 3.5 team total for them. That one's not too bad. You're getting plus 115 on it. Average odds are plus 103. So pretty solid play. You got a win probability of about 47%. Not bad.
I got that play earlier, actually. The over 3.5 team total.
Yeah, I like it.
Speaking of the Dodgers, did you guys happen to see that Mookie is now the favorite to win NL MVP?
I did, and I did not see that coming.
I didn't either.
It's just crazy because, like, I think not 9 or 10 days ago, Acuna was minus 750. So
yeah, absolutely insane.
In a period of 10 days, like it would switch so drastically. It's just unbelievable.
Now, according to what we have here, Acuna is still at minus 120, but Mookie's at plus 110. Now, I don't know if you can get that on BetMGM or FanDuel or BetRivers or not, but that is at least what we have in the software right now. But still, it was hands down Acuna. I mean, this is insane. But, I mean, look at Mookie. I mean, 5 hit games and going yard and you know, he's just Mike was talking about him the other day, how insanely talented he is. And between the two of them, Mike, I think you said you really liked Mookie better, didn't you?
I did. I did. I did say that. Dre, how come I can't tag you on Twitter?
You can't tag me?
No, I'm trying to.
That's weird.
And I type in Andre.
Well, my handle is, you see my handle down here?
Mike, it's Dre_Singer.
Well, yeah, and I tried that.
That didn't work either? And
that's not working. At Dre_. Matt, what the heck is
_Singer1?
Let's put the 1 in there. Bam! Now I got it. We had to put it in. Usually, people pop up when you start to tag them, and it was not doing it. I had to put the entire thing in right.
Dre, I got a question for you. Are you
Yes.
a Fantasy Optimizer fan?
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately I'm in Connecticut, so
right.
we don't have DFS here. But, you know, I mean, it's, you know, I love this portion of the show. So,
it's one of my favorites too, because I pick stuff that I have no idea what the heck I'm doing. But I will tell you this, all right? And I'm going to share my screen real quick here. Let me do this.
Has there still been the crazy esports plays?
Do what?
Because has there still been the crazy esports plays? I remember it was.
Yeah, but not as many right now. The problem right now is you gotta eliminate. You gotta go to sport, and you've gotta unselect football, or go to league and unselect NFL and hit apply, because there's plays for September 10th and what have you down here that right now are not coming into play. I'm looking at what's here tonight. So we have this Kalia Cooper. Look at these. Anything that's 60% or above, folks, you better jump on it. And I mean jump on it immediately, okay? That's how this optimizer works. Another way that the optimizer works, let's just look at this KBO play. Under 2.5 total bases. Underdog has that at 1.5. Surprise Picks has it at 2.5. Okay. I don't know whether Underdog is on an under on that or not, but when you will see this edge, and if you go all the way down to the bottom, Dre, and you go over, now you can start seeing what the regular books are on these plays. For instance, this rounds of 2.5 in this UFC match. That's over 2 rounds. DraftKings has it at 2.5. BetMGM has it at 1.5. That's probably, honestly, it's probably going to hit. What I've been finding out is that when you're in the 60s, bet all of them and put them in a couple of different plays, man, because that's how you're going to make your.
Steven, what's your thoughts on the Rangers splitting the bit with their batting late? Yeah, they're going in an opposite direction of what the Mariners are, and the Mariners are getting hot with the bats. So a little worried right now for sure. I mean, that was a team in the Rangers we thought no doubt should end up winning that division, but here we are towards the end of August, and the Mariners currently sit in first place and have the hotter bats and the hotter team right now. And their pitching is not exactly bad themselves in Seattle. I mean, George Kirby's a tremendous pitcher. He'll be on the mound tonight, so expect him to have a solid night. He pounds the strike zone. I mean, he does not throw a lot of balls, and he doesn't walk a lot of guys. This day and age, that's hard to come by.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh while you're talking, but here comes Scotty Crewell. Twins are hot.
They are hot. They are hot, Scotty, and they've taken advantage of one of those teams we were just talking about in the Rangers, winning 3 of 4 against them in that series. So Twins getting themselves back on track, and I think the Twins will win that division for sure now.
I'm just going to tell you something, Mike, with your pick in the Cardinals tonight. The Cardinals are terrible when the bases are loaded. As a matter of fact,
that's fine. Don't load the bases then.
Well, they did it twice last night and they couldn't score.
Well, don't do it any tonight and score. So there you go. There's the freaking there's how you do it. Just don't load the bases. Yeah, just don't load the bases. If I'm the manager, I'm Marmol. He's already an idiot.
Don't load the bases. How can they help?
Yeah, he may as well tell him, do not load the bases tonight. When there's a runner at first and second, you know what you do? You hit a 3-run homer.
Okay.
You hit a 3-run homer.
Hell of a strategy. What if 4 balls are outside? Or what if the guy goes 4? He's going to first base.
Then
what are you going to do, Mike?
Well, I don't think they're going to intentionally walk them to load the bases up. The Padres may not be as aware of the Cardinals' struggles with the bases loaded as we are.
Well,
so maybe they'll fool them. Maybe they'll trick them. Anything can happen. It's baseball, Bob.
All right.
Anything can happen.
I got you. All right, Andre, great job with the U.S. Open preview. I'm going to jump. Well, I better say this right. I'm going to go ahead and place a bet on Jabeur. Definitely. Okay. All right.
Yep.
I'm with you on that. All right, folks. That does it for last minute betting. Have a great night. Woo.
Thanks for coming on as always, Dre. Good time, and let's make some money tonight and in this tournament.
Yeah. Thank you guys for having me again. It's always a pleasure.
Of course.